Good morning, everybody. My name is Riley Satrowski, and I'm the Health Service Manager here at Three Mountains Regional Hospital. And I am just here to go over the new intake packet that we're going to be doing for new patients, as well as just kind of updating our current patients that we have here at the hospital as well. And so this is going to be starting on March 16th, 2019. And so we'll start handing those out then. So just to get started, we're going to go over the ethics code. So in the packet, there is going to be a page that is bullet pointed that goes over all of the code of ethics that we have here at the hospital. So this is just kind of to go over some boundaries that we set and also just kind of some expectations that we have for ourselves, as well as, our patients having for us. And so a couple of those is going to be your patient relations. You want to have a good, very strong patient-doctor relationship. And that's kind of a key thing for us here at this hospital, just because we want everyone to kind of have like the best experience as possible, even though, you're typically coming in for something that's not as upbeat as going for your physical or something. The next thing is going to be physician activities, making sure that we're all kind of going and running smoothly and with our license. We don't want to be practicing outside of our scopes and, just kind of following the ethical standards that we all should have for ourselves anyways. And then next, we're going to go over the billing for services. We don't want to be billing you guys for anything that we didn't do for you. So just making sure that you guys are looking over your kind of receipts and making sure that the labs that we ran were run and making sure that the medications that were given, and just to ensure that, excuse me, ensuring that both the doctor is entering their codes right and we're not sending you more fees than what you had already done. The next thing is political activities. As we all know, just don't bring politics into the workplace just because, well, that's not very professional in the first standard. And also, some people might have a different opinion than what you have, and especially bringing it up with patients, that's inappropriate. So, also, as you being a patient of ours, we do ask that you don't bring politics into our hospital just because we don't want to create that conflict already, even though, we are trying to avoid that. Some more code of ethics is going to be the conflict of interest. We all are going to have different opinions on certain things. So we just need to ensure that everybody's okay with what's going on and, we're not arising anything that doesn't need to be like kind of, what's the word I'm thinking of? We just don't want to start fights where there aren't fights that need to be started, I guess. The next is going to be the communication part. We want to make sure that we have the communication with our patients. Having a good communication system is going to be key for our hospital just because, we want to know how you guys are feeling, but also having, like, letting you know if we're not feeling well, if we can't do everything that we want to do and all that stuff. Um, the next is social media. Social media just is not a good idea for patient and doctor or patient and nurse relationships. We want to make sure that we just aren't looking for each other on social media and not friending. We have that boundary with our patients in place to keep both us and you safe as well. We don't want to have those doors to be opened up just in case of like a situation or anything. The next is going to be privacy. So privacy is a really big thing when it comes to healthcare. So we all want our health information to be secure and kind of just, you want to make sure that it's not going to be seen by people who do not need to see it. So that alone, we have our own separate HIPAA laws and all that fun stuff, which we'll get into a little later. But just going over privacy, keeping that privacy, doctor privacy, nurse privacy, any healthcare staff, any patients, we want to make sure that we can all be comfortable and make sure, just knowing that our information is not going to be out there. So, the purpose of the packet. So, we want to ensure that the medical office conducts business and practices um, medicine in an ethical, lawful, and honest manner. Ethical issues include understanding and following business and healthcare ethical guidelines, which we had already gone over. We give out this patient or this packet for you to read about our company's ethics, privacy, and much more. Going over our company's ethics helps us to set guidelines with how we act and connect with our patient. It also includes information regarding the hospital's confidentiality and privacy. With new patients joining in, we want all of our patients to be trusting us with your health information. We have many guidelines in place to protect that information, and like I said, we'll get into that in a little bit. But just this packet is really to be used for both patients' knowledge and also us as medical staff's knowledge. We both are going to see the packet, know the packet, and understand the packet. And it's just going to be kind of like our basic guidelines and also just, laying down the structure of how we run and all that fun stuff. Also, we will include a sample of a living will. So that's a very important thing just because you never know what's going to happen. Accidents happen daily. Car accidents, you get in a fight or you fall down. Um, and we just want to make sure that you have a living will in place so that way if you were to get ill or sick or hurt, um, we have that on file to ensure that we are giving you the best care and the care along your own guidelines. Without that, it's kind of hard for us to make the decisions for you, like if you were unconscious or, stuff like that. This packet is to be used as an informational tool after going through the information provided as a new patient. We want you to feel confident on knowing how we run as a hospital and also how ethics play into how big of a part that is in our hospital. So next we will go over the privacy pledge. So our pledge is to ensure your personal health information is safe with us. Three Mountains places the utmost importance on the privacy and security of its patients' health information. We are committed to establishing and maintaining a privacy and security compliance program that is consistent with applicable laws and regulations. Here at Three Mountains, we value and promise to our patients the privacy of your health information. All workforce members and other informational systems that we must comply with applicable privacy and security laws, regulations, policies, and procedures. That is all things that we will have to follow as a hospital already, but we also just want to show that we are really trying to keep everybody's information safe and secure. So then next we also have privacy. So HIPAA. HIPAA is an acronym for Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act, which was made up in 1996. The HIPAA law was enacted to improve the efficiency and effectiveness of the health system. The law includes administrative simplification provisions to establish standards and requirements for the electronic transmission of certain healthcare information. It also requires organizations exchanging information for healthcare transactions to follow national implementation laws and guidelines. So that way, we'll always have a release of information if we're communicating with another person outside of our hospital. So that way that you guys are aware that we are requesting for that information, but also you guys will see who we're requesting information from and also like what information we are requesting. So next, confidentiality. We plan to have the highest level of confidentiality to ensure all medical health records are safe. Keeping all health records private is our top priority, next to providing the best patient care, of course. And with that, ensuring that we're updating our systems, ensuring that we're putting up new firewalls on our online systems, making sure that everybody's information is very safe is very important to us. And next, so this form is going to be used for so knowing what you guys are going to be signing is very important. So kind of just a breakdown of the form, you're going to go over the code of ethics. You're going to go over the privacy part. You're going to go over a sample of a living will. Especially, the biggest focus is going to be understanding our privacy program. So we just want all of our patients to know that we respect the confidentiality of your health information. Only those who need it will have access to it. So we will protect your health information as described in our confidentiality promise and our privacy pledge. And also as a patient, we want you all to feel very comfortable if that you have any questions that here at the hospital, we have gone over this form. And all staff members should be aware of it. So yes, if you have any questions, please feel free to discuss them with our staff. And you can also call us and ask questions as well. And then lastly, signing. So we're asking you as a patient to sign the form agreeing that you have read and understand the material. So we'll save the signing page in your chart just to ensure that you're not having to re-sign it every time you come in. We'll have that done yearly as of right now. That might change in the future, but for right now, we just want to make sure that we're as well updating our information, but also making sure that you guys have our updated information. So yes, that will be in your chart. And then lastly, I just want to say thank you for choosing Three Mountains Regional Hospital as your healthcare team. We are committed to providing you the best possible care and also keeping your information as as private as possible, if that makes sense. So again, I just wanted to thank you, and if you have any questions, please feel free to contact us. But otherwise, we'll see you at your next visit. Thank you. Bye.